Yo, it's your boy Cool Blue back at it again with another video here on the channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in today. Today is April 5th, 2021, and the title of the episode is Will This Series Define the Season? Now, this series coming up against Boston, and it is a series because we play them 3 times in this week, and we are right behind Boston in the standings, okay? We are 4 points back. We have potentially, we could get 6 points. If we beat them 3 times, we'll have 6 points. We would be 2 points ahead of them in the standings if we can win all 3 games. Now, is that asking a lot? Yes, I think it is. And I believe that we are at the point now where I don't know if we could even, if that's even possible for the Flyers. And I'm not saying I don't want it to happen. I mean, I do want it to happen, but realistically, I mean, come on. Like, we've seen them struggle so much in the month of March. And then we had a chance to actually get off on the right foot against the Islanders the other night, and we actually played pretty decent. I'm not going to lie. Now, the first goal that we gave up, I wasn't too happy about because we still have some things that we need to work on. And one of the things is we just let people camp in front of our net. Now, I understand it was a power play for the Islanders, but you can't just let someone freely just have free shots in front of our goalie, no matter if it's Moose, no matter if it's Hart, no matter if it's Lion. Like, it doesn't matter what goalie or what team you play for. You cannot let people camp out in front of the net and have open, free shots on your goaltender. Can't happen. But it did, and we gave up a goal. And even in the second goal, I got to admit, I don't think that it was... I mean, it happens, right? There are certain types of goals, and you know what kind of goals I'm talking about. There's certain types of goals that happen, and that's okay. So it's 2-0. I'm like, shit, we're going to lose again. You know, here we go again. We're going to go down 6-0. It's going to be 5-1, 7-2. We're going to lose. These are the things that are going through my head. Now, that didn't happen. Claude Giroux, the captain, puts his team on his back, and he rallies the team back. Of course, Sam Morin jumps in there, and he gets a fight going. There's a couple things that contributed, but the bottom line was Claude Giroux put the team on his back and got us to a point in the game where the win was within our grasp. Like, it was very, very much ours to lose. And, of course, we lost in a shootout. Now, we can get into shootouts in a little bit. Actually, I might just save shootouts for an entirely different episode because I would like to talk about just shootouts and how I feel about it here on the channel. Maybe some other time. But we get a point against the Islanders. Now, we're tied against the Islanders in the season series. But more importantly, we looked good. I'm not going to lie. I thought we looked pretty good compared to what we were watching in the month of March. We actually came out. We looked good. Everyone was skating hard. I saw some physical play on the puck. We weren't just letting guys skate around us. We were physical. TK was out there throwing his body around. B was throwing his body around. Giroux was throwing his body around. Patrick, all these guys were throwing their weight around on the ice, but they were also making good passes. I saw some good executions out of the zone and into the zone. It looked smooth. Now, I say this because we could have gotten the 2 points. We got 1. Is that going to be enough to save the season? Absolutely not. But that type of effort is something to build off of. But here's the problem. We have Boston this week. Now, Boston has our numbers this year. We have not beat Boston yet this year. Boston, for some reason, we they just kick our asses, plain and simple. Now, it's looking like Hart is probable in net. Okay. I like it. Honestly, Hart looked good. He looked good the other night against the New York Islanders. I really thought he looked solid. But we have lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The last 5 games against Boston we have lost. So this is game 6 against Boston, and they're coming off a really hot win. Their last win was hot, and this is the season. Okay, if there's any point in time for these guys to turn it around, to make a stand, to fight for their jobs, some of them, and we're not going to talk about who because we don't definitely know who, but the one person that we do know that was put on waivers was Shane Gostisbehere, aka Ghost. He was put on waivers, so he could be on the chopping block. But these guys on the roster, in the locker room, they need to fight for their pride, for their jobs in the future, for a place in our hearts, for a place on the team, in the city. I mean, yes, this year hasn't been easy. Yes, this is a totally different schedule that we're used to, but everyone's going through it. And there's teams that they're not using COVID as an excuse on these young guys, and they're not using the lack of practice as an excuse on why they can't get things together on their power play and their PK. They're not using these as excuses. They're still going out there and executing because they're professionals. It's their job. Now, I'll be straight up with you. If we go out there tonight, and now we're in Boston, there's fans. If we go out there and go down 2-0, 3-0, I might have to call it. I might have to call it. I might have to be like, you know what? I can't do this. Can't do this. Can't watch this. Because we can't go down in goals like that. Not every game. We've been doing it every single game, and it's old. It's tiring. By the time we even get to the playoffs this year, if we for some reason make it in, we're going to be exhausted. We're going to use all our energy to even get in there. And we've seen it before in the past. I can't tell you how many times I've seen Claude Giroux get literally bust his ass, put the team on his back, get into the playoffs, and Voracek. And they get there, and then by the first round, they don't do anything because they're burnt. They're completely spent. It's just, there's no more gas in the tank. So we can't be doing that. We can't. All right. So, let's see. There's no new news on the trade blocks or signings for the Flyers. I'm looking at it right now. I don't see anything new. I wasn't really expecting to see anything new, but I figured I might as well check it out. But, man. Oh, gosh. We got the Boston Bruins. Shit. Oh, man. Boston's record is 19-10-5. We're 17-14-5. It's amazing that like the amount of games that we lost in March, and we still have a plus 500 record. It really is. Gosh, we got to play Brad Marchand, the rat of Boston. He stinks. Nah. He's actually good, but I can't stand watching him play. He just pisses me off. But checking out the stats, the team stats going into tonight's game. Goals per game, we're sitting at a solid 3. Scoring's never really been our problem this year. Compared to Boston, they're at a 2.74. So there's not much of a difference, but there kind of is. The goals against per game is a big one. Obviously, ours is going to be high because of the month of March. We gave up so many goals against the Rangers that month. So ours is a 3.58, which is definitely high. So it's more like 4. Whereas Boston gives up under 2.5. They do 2.47. So they're solid defensively. The power play percentage, our power play percentage is definitely a little lower than theirs. Ours is 19.33, where they're sitting at a 23.08 percentage. And the penalty kill percentage, they're definitely higher. They're almost at an 89. They're an 88.99. So they're basically 89% of the time they're killing all their penalties, where we're sitting at a 73.64. So this keys to the game tonight. Let's get a lead. Can we get a lead for once? Like, for the love of God, can the Flyers get a lead against Boston tonight? And then can we sustain a lead? Can we sustain offensive pressure in their zone? Can we stay out of the penalty box? Like, yes, it's nice that we have Sam Morin and he can throw punches if needed, and he can he's physical, but we need to stay out of the box, okay? I don't want to be putting Boston on 4 power plays tonight. Unless letting them throw off slappers against our goalie and against our guys, So we need to stay out of the box, try to get a lead, and we just need to play a 60-minute game. No overtime. We can't afford to give Boston any points. It's that close of a season. It's that close in the standings. We cannot afford it. We have to win in regulation, and we have to win all 3, in my opinion. At least 2 out of 3. So that's where I stand on this. Hopefully we got Hart in net. Let's check out the lineups for tonight. Actually, let me see. I think they might have just updated them. They haven't updated them prior to me starting this recording. But I just want to see my boys win. All right. Yep, lineups. All right, line 1, we got Sean Couturier, Joel Farabee, and James Van Riemsdyk. Line 2, we got Scott Lawton, Kevin Hayes, and Nolan Patrick. Line 3, Travis Konechny, Claude Giroux, Jake Voracek. Line 4, we have Michael Raffle, Tanner Lazinski, and Nicholas A. Kubel. Defensemen, we have Provorov, Braun. Then we have Sanheim, Myers, and then we have Moran and Ghost. I really like it. I like to see Moran play with Ghost. And then looks like we're getting Brian Elliott. Looks like we're getting Brian Elliott in net. Okay, we're going with the Moose with Carter Hart as a backup. All right, we're going with the Moose. If they're going with Moose tonight, then that means they want Boston at home with Hart. I think people are going to find it crazy, but I'm going to call this game, okay? Moose in net, Flyers win 3-2 in regulation. 3-2 regulation. And I'm going to go Travis Konechny, Kevin Hayes, Shane Gostisbehere. All right, that's what I'm going. Leave some comments down below. Let me know how you're feeling about the season. I know it's been a rough one this year. So just let me know how you feel. Give me some suggestions on what you want to talk about. Give me some topics that you would like me to talk about. I'm always up to, suggestions. If you haven't already, hit the thumbs up button. If you like what you hear, if you like what you see, turn on that bell for notifications. You'll be notified anytime I do a live stream or post a video up on my channel. Also, if you're not subscribed, hit the subscription button. All the love is greatly appreciated. I always say live stream when I talk about the notifications, just so you know, because I want to get to the point where I'm watching the game on a live stream and I'm giving my reactions, giving my live and real real thoughts, because a lot of times my raw thoughts on the game are not the same as my thoughts after the game when I'm doing my recording. So I think it'd be kind of cool. Excuse me. I think it would be kind of cool. But yeah, so like I said, hit the thumbs up button if you like what you see. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on the bell for notifications. You'll be notified anytime I do a live stream or post a video up on the channel. Thank you for watching. Have a great night. I'll see you next video. Go Flyers.